Race for Riley is a multi-day event that attempts to bring awareness of Riley Hospital for Children to the people that aren't really cognizant of what's going on at Riley, and to raise money for Riley Hospital for Children.
Race for Riley started as a simple race between Matt Hiblin and myself. We were doing a radio show, and Dave Wilson said, hey, why don't you guys race? And we'll raise a little bit of money. Well, Riley Hospital's always been a focal point of mine because of history with my brother and sister, and so I looked at it and said, yeah, let's do it.
That's what this race day is out here. You got people paying money to race against John Andretti, a real race car driver. But you know what is even more memorable is when they bring the Riley patients out here. To see their eyes when John signs an autograph for them, or just to feel like they're a part of something special. That's the most rewarding part of this whole thing.
John is a remarkable person, giving so much of himself to support the hospital. His parents needed the services of the hospital for his brother and sister, and all these years later, he's still supporting it with both his time and his money.
Been doing it for 20 years. Can you believe that? Wow. I'm only 25 years old. They care for Indiana's kids. They care for kids that are not in Indiana. And I always say that somebody around you has been touched by Riley. If it's not personally that it's been in your family, it's an associate, it's a friend, a neighbor. It's somebody has been touched by Riley. And yet the stories that you hear, not all results are what you hope for. But with Riley, hope does happen, and it changes every day. The evolution of medicine and what they find here and the things that they do, what's today could be different tomorrow. They're always pushing that forward, and what may have been hopeless has changed into hopeful.
Hope is so important when people are dealing with life-threatening illnesses, especially with their children. So I'm just pleased that we're able to support a hospital that can help address so many of those needs.
Every little bit helps. Our biggest amount of our fundraiser goes through the Kroger. You go in a Kroger store and you donate $1, that's the biggest part of our fundraiser. Now we're raising up over $300,000 a year on a pretty consistent basis. And then you see the number of kids that Riley sees every year, and you think, wow, what a small amount per child that we're doing. One instance you can say, wow, we're making a change, but on the other hand, can we do better?
Many sports stars might simply write a check from their foundation, but not John. For 20 years, he has donated his time to support the Kroger Race for Riley. He continues to pour his heart and his time into the needs of Riley kids.
John Andretti, you can't find a more loyal friend to Riley Hospital for Children.